Representative George Santos is deciding to step down from his House committee assignments. No, he is not leaving office, but he's decided not to do any work. Honestly, that's not shocking because, well, first of all, he's not qualified at all, apparently, to do any of the work that he's been assigned or he would be assigned in these House committees. And he's also in some pretty big trouble, potentially. Now, in a Tuesday meeting, Santos told his Republican colleagues, this is according to CBS News, that he had planned to recuse himself from serving any House committees. He had been assigned to, get this, the House Small Business Committee and the Science and Technology Committee earlier this month, which, by the way, he lied about creating a business. It looked like more like a shell corporation for him to funnel money from who knows where, right? And then you also have, the Science and Technology Committee. This guy faked the colleges that he went to. What is he doing on the Science and Technology Committee? He's a fraud, an absolute fraud. Now, this came a day after Santos met with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. And look, I don't know what the conversation was about. I don't know, if George Santos is the one that said, hey, man, look, I can't do this. Or if Kevin McCarthy actually forced him to step down. I don't know what happened. I can take a guess. But until we know the details, I don't know. I think that McCarthy probably got sick of defending Santos. Maybe he said, look, hey, you can keep your job in Congress and your pay, obviously. But you got to get off these committees, man. You're making us look bad. Hey, look, if that's the case, if I were George Santos, I'd take the deal. I'd be, oh yeah, of course. I don't have to work and I get paid. Sign me up. Yeah, I just have to show up every once in a while for a vote. Oh, okay, I can do that. Sweet deal. Again, I'm just guessing. For all I know, McCarthy booted him off those committees and allowed him to save face. I don't know. Oh, the other possibility is George Santos just could be lying about all this. It's not like he hasn't lied before. It's not like he hasn't lied about pretty much everything, right? But again, I'm left with speculation until I know any more of the details. That said, is it good? Yeah, sure. Is it good enough? No. This guy shouldn't be in government at all. He's not only a serial liar, which again, we can kind of expect that from all of our politicians. Yes, there are different degrees of lies. The lies that, this guy has been caught in are outrageous. They're a step beyond the normal, political lies that we hear. I mean, a lot of them are comical. Oh, I was the star of the volleyball team when I was at a college that I actually never went to. And then I blew out both my knees in the championship. Oh, it was so great, though, that we won the championship. And then I went on to, be the first man on the moon, or maybe the second man in the moon. I don't know. I was in the space program or something. That's why I get to be on the space and, science technology or the Science and Technology Committee. I mean, the lies are just, again, one outrageous lie after another. But it's not that. Really, that's the biggest issue, right? Yes, they are outrageous, but it's hilarious. No, he's also an alleged criminal. Remember, Brazilian prosecutors are now trying to renew criminal charges against Santos for an alleged theft using a stolen checkbook. So, he stole money, allegedly, in Brazil. I wonder if that's back when he was doing his drag as Kitara Ravache. And so, look, by the way, him doing drag, not offensive at all. It's actually probably the best thing he's ever done. Everything else is terrible. But all right. He also, is facing questions about his finances, his financial disclosures from his campaign. In fact, I've already shared with you the report where it suggested that over a dozen of his major donors from his 2020 campaign weren't real. They don't exist. There's like the Raygor couple allegedly donating $5,600. They didn't exist. They weren't real. There was another person donating $2,800 that wasn't real. Someone else, and from an address that doesn't actually exist. A lot of questions here. Like, where'd you get the money? And then there was more. In fact, the Daily Beast story earlier in the week also revealed that, $500,000 loan he gave to his campaign didn't come from his personal funds, despite him claiming that it came from his personal funds. So where did the money come from? If it went from his business, well, then that would be a campaign contribution. That would be a campaign finance law violation. So he's got questions. There are people that have questions about this guy, and he's got some major problems, okay? How many names does he have? He has a lot of names. And so, look, George Santos, under a lot of pressure. Now you have the Department of Justice that is looking into this, telling the FEC, stand aside. We're going to start looking into, making a criminal case against George Santos or whatever name he decides to go by next. And so with the result of all of that, I mean, yeah, sure, it's a headache if you're George Santos. What about Kevin McCarthy? Now, he's got to be real sick of all this. The last thing Kevin McCarthy wants right now is to have someone like George Santos, whom even Republicans, and by the way, his own constituents, the people that voted for him, oh, they're pissed. You're so pissed. They don't want him becoming the face of the Republican Party.